When we talk about how the nervous system controls the body, it helps to look at what the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system each do. Because even though they work together, they handle different parts of communication. And once you understand how reflexes fit into this picture and how the body senses information, the whole idea of nervous system function becomes easier to follow. The CNS, which includes the brain and the spinal cord, handles processing and decision making, and it takes all the signals coming from different parts of the body and tries to make sense of them. And the CNS sends instructions back out so the body can react. And this can be something as simple as moving your hand, or something complex like planning a task or remembering a detail from yesterday. And the CNS is really the control center that makes sure the body responds in a coordinated way. The PNS works like the wiring that connects the CNS to the rest of the body, and without it, the brain and spinal cord would not know what is happening outside or inside. And the PNS brings sensory signals toward the CNS and carries motor signals out from the CNS to muscles and glands. And this constant two-way communication keeps the body aware and ready to act. And you can think of the PNS as the system that gathers information and delivers messages exactly where they need to go. The CNS and PNS depend on each other, and neither system can work alone because sensing a change without responding is not useful, and responding without understanding the change is also not effective. And this connection allows the body to protect itself, maintain balance, and perform voluntary actions smoothly. And this teamwork is happening every second, even when you're not thinking about it. A reflex is a quick, automatic response that happens without waiting for the brain to make a decision, and this helps the body react fast when speed is important. And a simple example is pulling your hand away from something hot, and the reason it happens so quickly is because the spinal cord handles the response directly, and this allows the body to protect itself because the brain even has time to process the situation. The reflex arc is the pathway the signal follows during a reflex, and it has a few clear paths that work in order. And it starts with receptor that detects a change. Then a sensory neuron sends the signal to the spinal cord, and an interneuron processes it. And then a motor neuron sends the command to the muscle, and the whole process happens so fast that you respond before you consciously realize what happened. Reflexes keep the body safe and help maintain posture and balance, and they allow you to keep standing even when the ground feels uneven and when something pushes you slightly off balance. And reflexes also help control muscle tone and protect joints during sudden movement. And when reflexes work well, the body feels stable and reacts naturally without effort. Sensory physiology explains how the body detects changes in the environment and inside the body, and this includes things like touch, pressure, temperature, pain, and position. And sensory receptors change physical or chemical signals into electrical signals that neurons can carry to the CNS, and once the CNS receives these signals, it interprets them and decides how the body should respond. Different receptors respond to different kinds of stimuli, and this allows the body to understand what type of change is happening. And mechanoreceptors respond to touch and pressure. Thermoreceptors respond to temperature. Nociceptors respond to pain. And the proprioceptors help to understand the position of your body. And this variety of receptors give the brain a detailed picture of both the outside world and the internal state of the body. When sensory signals reach the brain decides what those signals mean and how important they are, and it can choose to bring something to your attention or keep it in the background. And the brain filters unnecessary information so you do not feel overwhelmed, and it focuses on signals that matter for safety or movement. And this filterization shows how the CNS prioritizes what needs attention and what can remain unnoticed.